We just started.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a bottle
Yeah,
of
sure.
water.
Yeah.
You want a what bottle?
Oh, thank you. I have. And could you take a photo of us?
Your photo here or.
Yeah. You are welcome. You are welcome.
No. I'm gonna get out the photo.
No, why?
I'm not do photos.
Okay. Photo time.
Something like that.
Thank you, Ginger. So I'm green. Still, it's not enough.
No, it's a little better. It's still not great.
Yum.
Okay.
It's a big handicap. Yeah.
A good challenge. That's it.
fake left and right yards out there. How is this basketball?
Geometric end with the leg.
Only a little better.
Yeah.
I think she's okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's the original. It might be a short match.
What's that?
It might be a short match,
Good
but it might be a very,
very
long,
long
match.
match. I think I've lost this one time. One time I lost this one.
I won even more difficult one.
I lost, more difficult. I lost 14 to 0, and I was up, no contact, up like 25% of their, like crazy. He rolled double six, won, and then won the match. Many years ago. I never forgot it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So let's see, it will be your second time or not.
maybe. I will play the cube very well, though. I think you will play the cube very well, too.
Oh, it's not easy.
No. Never easy.
Wow. It's not easy.
Let's see where we are in this game. Okay, looks like the 2-1 back game has disappeared. All right, I'm looking to see where we are. All right, we're getting this all set up here. I'm seeing, here we go, back. Okay, here we go.
Really?
So they're pausing.
No big
Oh,
deal.
they reset the clock. So Michy's going to play.
Don't think we took any
Michy's
time
got the
this
2
game.
Yeah, this is where we are.
Not
We saw him
significant.
play. He got off the bar point, which is the right thing to do. You know, against the 2-1 back game. That's going to be the recommended play. But the screen is now frozen, so I'm not able to see the actual plays here. I do see people moving around in the background, but the board. Okay, the board's for. Okay, so no, Michi's going to clear from the 8-point. Oh, very interesting. So I think Michi's strategy in doing that is he can't play 5s, and after he brings that last checker in, he can't play 5s or 6s. So the 4-1 will probably play, yeah, for that for sure. And he's debating what to do, but if he brings that checker in, he can't play 5s or 6s, which is going to slow him down a lot, right? Yellow's going to be slowed down. And David, he's hoping David rolls big numbers now. Of course, now David has this nice 5 prime. And he's going to break it just so he has a little bit extra time. Hard to know what the right play is here. He doesn't want to leave with the 6. He's got that 2-1, and he's going to let Michy wants big numbers now. 4-3 is not a good number for him at all. So the timing now is very good for David. And he rolls a little number, which is perfect for him. So it's just the opposite. You know, sometimes in backgammon, you want to have big numbers, usually, but not here. See, there's a 5-1. He can only play 1. And Michy is stacking his checkers on his 3-point. He wrote the book on this. I mean, no question. So he can't play the 5. So now big doubles for David, and it's all over, 4-3. But he's able to keep his own board. And if Michy can leave a shot, and double 5s, this is such a great roll for him. He can't move. And of course, and so he's starting to break his board. And if he can roll little numbers, 6-1 is like one of the best numbers. Double 6s would be better. Michi's now releasing a checker from the 5-point, and 5-3, yes, so David has crunched his board. Michy has rolled perfectly well here, and a 3 has got to play the 3. 5 or 6 will let him get out, and he rolls the 6. He's got to decide whether he wants to hit. I think he's got to hit. I mean, a gammon doesn't matter. He doesn't care if he gets gammoned, so he may want to wait, and it's really smart for David to be thinking about this. Most players would hit in a heartbeat. But you've kind of given up in a way. You know, if you, yeah, so this is great. I mean, this part of backgammon, so often counterintuitive, playing this type of back game, really complex. And you know what's great is that the bots don't do very well with this. And look at David, he's not going to hit. How many players would not hit in this situation? Genius play. So one last thing to look at. David has a 4.5-point board. Red has 4.5 points. What he really wants to do is remake the 6-point board. And he can do it and still have a checker back. He has just enough checkers to do that. Now he's thinking about the hit. He's saying, why not? I got the hit. Why not do it? But it might be better to wait for Michy to crash his board, because a lot of numbers are going to crash. Yeah, I think I like to play. This is great. So you have two excellent players. Michy's like number 2 in the world. And good for David. Resist the urge to hit. And a 3-2. What's he going to do? Comes in with a 2, and what he's going to hit. Michy does not. Michy wants to get to oh, and he rolls the 2. And then what do you do with a 1? He's 6-4 away now. He's 6-3 away. He's 9 away from filling that blot. He could play 3-2 as a possibility, but he's going to leave it open in case he needs a 2, free 2 somewhere else. This is, what a great game. You know, white's on the bar, yellow's on the bar. Michy would like to roll a 5, but he'd rather roll a 6. Double 5s, just brings him right back. Oh, this is a very exciting game. And I think David's perfectly happy staying out. 6-3, good roll for Michy. All right, he keeps staying out. It's not a problem. 6-5 leaves a double shot, triple shot. Almost anything hits. And he rolled a 5-3, and he's going to bring the 3 down so he can pounce on him, or not. He's looking at some other options. He might be looking at what doubles are. Double 6s, certainly, you know. He would hit with double 5s, so we'll get a double shot if he rolls double 5s. 6-1. You know, he might consider hitting, but probably not a good idea. And there's the double 5, so actually set himself up to hit that checker. It's such an exciting game. And David could definitely win this game. Michy has, what, 4 checkers off? 3 checkers off. Just 3 checkers. So if David can close out his board, he's a favorite. And can he do it? 3-1. Did not come in. Double 5s again. Well, that's good for David, because it may accelerate his ability. 1, 2, and I think he ought to make the 9 point. Let's see what he does. Making the 9 point is very effective. And then Michy would need a double 5, 5, 5, 4, 6, 4, 6, 5 to get out of that. But if he rolls a 5, 4, he's not going anywhere. 6, 3, he's blocked. 6, 3. Look what happens if Michy rolls a 6, 3. He's got to leave another shot. Yeah. Generally, this part of the game, Red, David, you know, who's playing the back game, wants to have 2 checkers together, even if he might give up a shot or 2, because that's going to block a lot of rolls. Now, in this case, it's only going to block 4 rolls, 5, 4, and 6, 3, but that's an 11% shot. And so that leaves, oh no, he's going to run that guy. So I don't know. It takes, yeah. See, now he's giving up hope if he's doing this. Or he's banking all his hope on closing out that board and hitting that checker when he comes in. Well, I would like to see what XG thinks. And XG does do these well, because it actually analyzes all the possibilities. Look at that 3-1. Michy is not coming into the 4-point board. 4-2, and he makes it. Look at, oh, fantastic. Well, he would have made it anyway, but now Michy needs a 6. He comes in with a 6. He's got a 6-4. That was a double shot with 4s, 5s, and 9s. And he has the 5. Oh, sorry, 3s, 4s. Excuse me. This is tough. Yeah. Moving that checker out is really rough. I mean, it is possible David could win the race, but I think he's got to hit Michy one more time in order to make that happen. Makes that play. He's 9 away. 5-2. He doesn't hit, leaves a direct shot. The question is, yeah, he wants to get as close as possible. David needs the 2, maybe double 6s, and he doesn't roll it. he's saying the best chance for him now is to win the race. That's tough to win the race because he's 3 crossovers. He's got 1, 4, 3. Oh, I think the game is over. Unless he can roll some big numbers. It's still possible. Let's see what happens. 4-1. All right. He has a shot here. All right, but this match is going to continue. 6-4. Look at this. So Michy has, what, 5 checkers off? 6 checkers off. So he's going to need at least 2 sets to none in order to win this. He's hoping for another 1 out of Michy. 4-3. Now this game is really tough to come back from now. But really wonderful, wonderful backgammon at the end of this. And we get to play on. So here we go. 12-2. Oh, 12-1, excuse me. It's only going to be 12-1. It's no gammons. All right. Still has a chance. Still has a chance, especially if he rolls a 1. Oh, and that's it. Because he had 5 checkers left. So even if Michy rolled a 1, doubles isn't going to help him. Okay. Wow. Michi's on the scoreboard. Is he a favorite? No. Not quite. All right.
When you're down this score, though. Nothing is scary anymore. You know what?
That's, we're here for the Michy comeback. You got to root for the underdog in backgammon, right? So David's a great guy. All right, double 3. Oh, I think Michy said, "Oh, can we double the cube?" So, you know, if you're playing in a chouette and you both roll the same number, a lot of times you'll just, you know, roll and turn the die, the doubling cube to 2. I assume the cube has been turned. I don't see where the cube is. I'm assuming it's on David's side. All right, 4-6. Whoa, this is tough. You know, he's going to hit with 4s. What do you do with a 6? He's got 2 choices. Michy picks that one. So he can hit with 6s and 3s. And there's the 6 and the 4. You can't argue with that hitting 2. Yeah. Michy's in trouble this game. All right. What? Did he roll double 4s? Can't argue with that. Maybe hit on the 5, yeah. Because he's got a back game going. And so Michy has 2 different game plans now. He can play a back game or he can try to attack with his 8 checkers in his home board. Probably a 5-2. You know, maybe 8-3, 13-11. Oh, he's got a 2. Sorry, 5-2. So he hits there. So it may look risky, right? Michi's leaving 2 blots in his home board, and he doesn't want to hit both of those checkers. But he doesn't have a 1. So he may want to hit both of those checkers and try to build a home board somewhere, but it's tough. You know, he could slot the 5-point, but then he gives up a chance to make it. There's a lot of ways that he can make that number. There's obviously 5 doubles that are going to make the 5-point next time. So that's not an inconsequential number of rolls. What's that, a 4-1? So he brings both checkers in. Double 2s, yeah. So, oh, look, he's not making, I don't think that could be right. He's got to make the 5-point. Oh my gosh. He's going for the prime in the outfield, but how long can he hold that prime? And now Michy can just hit, he might just play 6-4. You know, 6-4 is great. That's better. Definitely 23-22. Get a 3rd point in the back. And does not hit, of course. He doesn't need any more checkers back. He's not looking for a gammon. David, Michy, you know, would love to have a gammon. David doesn't need it. He needs to win this game. And this game is pretty close. Double 6s. Oof. Oh, that is tough. You know, so that play by David to make the outfield turned out to be genius. Because it's blocking all of Michi's rolls. 3-6. Can't get out with a 6. Oh, so close. So the 6 has to come from within the board. Yeah, I guess you just bring in 2 men from the bar point and just leave 2 shots and your 3 blots and you're home board. I don't know what else you could do. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's got to hope that David rolls a 1-4 or something like that, or 4-6, at least hits a checker. Now, oh, and he's going to slot. Now he slots the 5. Yeah, because if he can make that, it is ball game over. 3-1. Yes, look at that. Yeah, he hits that other checker. He needs to be able to get out. He needs a 6, big time. And he rolls it at a 2-6. Really good. He can hit. He can hit again, 6-4, and just bring some more checkers back. But he's not doing that. All right. 6-4. And David is just going to get that full 6 prime in there and have Michy completely crash his board. And so Michy wants to make that 5 point. Oh, he's going to hit 2. It's a timing issue. I think it's a smart play. Because if he doesn't roll a 5, it's going to be very difficult for Michy to get out from behind that prime. So 3-2, you know, he's got a nice back game, but he's way too advanced here. And double 2s, interesting. Cannot move that back checker. So this is really a tough game. Really not any other way to play it. But now Michy has 5s and 6s to get out. He has 2s to come up. So let's see what 2-1. It's great. I mean, I would hit 6-4 and 8-7 and just go big time. But he's not doing it. No, he wants to preserve. There he goes. Okay, he's going to do 6-4. I mean, that makes good sense. It may look funny, you know, but if Michy can get 8 checkers back there, 9 checkers, he's not going to worry so much. Oh, what a great roll, 3-2. And so he hits on the 5 point. Yeah. I love these games. Double 6s, probably his best roll. 6-4, he's able to get out. But this is now, you know, Michy's played, so he has a chance to come back in this game. 4-5, he comes right out, beautiful. 6-4, oof. You know, timing, really tough. Like the 6 is pretty forced. And what he may want to do is leave that outfield point, finally. Play the 6, you know, from 14 down to 8, and then leave the 10 point. So he at least maintains that 4 point prime, but he is going to let some checkers get out. I mean, he wants to leave shots. He needs the timing. The only problem is if he leaves shots, then Michy's just going to get more checkers back. But yeah, I like that play. That's got to be right. You know, Michy does not want to hit that checker, and if Michy rolls, yeah, I think it's tough. Michy does not want to roll a 4. It's tough. 4-3s, just not a great roll. But he can slide his 5 point. Or make his 4 point. Michy's starting to build a board from the back. So 4-2. And this may be an opportunity to get off of the bar point. But yeah, I don't know if he wants to keep all that. He may want to start breaking those points. All right, this is what makes this game so hard, so difficult. 3 and 5. So he wants to make his board come in. 6-1. And the 6 is forced. And what do you do with the 1? Yeah, I think that's got to be right. You know, just get your timing back. It may look strange to leave, you know, 4s, 5s, and 6s for him to hit, but you know, those are numbers that he's able to come in so easily, and he hasn't crashed his home board yet. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's right. I don't know. It could be. You never know. But there's so much time that he has. Oh, this is such a great game. It's so much fun to watch this with his one. What does he do? He's giving it a lot of time, which is smart. And he has, what's the clock time? So it looks like Michy has 21 minutes left. Is that right? Or 2 minutes left? I can't tell. 2 minutes. Michy has 2 minutes. And David has 8. Boy, Michy is really under a time crunch. I didn't realize that. So it's smart for David actually to play to give Michy hard decisions to make. Oh, yes, the 6-4 he doesn't hit, of course. You know, there's no danger in him hitting. Double fives, that's a fantastic roll, I think. You know, maybe, maybe not. It's hard to know it's a good roll now. 5-4. Oh, he can't, oh, it's frustrating. Now, he has no threes. David has no threes. But if he takes both of those guys out, yeah, so Michy really understands these positions so well. 3-2, he takes a checker off. Oh, there's much choice there. He could slot the 4-point. And this might be the time to do it because, yeah, this is great. These guys are really playing well. This is so tough. And the beauty of this is that XG is clueless about, you know, the bots are really have a tough time with these games. And Michy's starting to build his board. Now's the time for David to be taking any risk. Now's the time because risk-taking time is, the window is going to close for him. He's probably looking at what doubles. Michy's saying, okay, what kind of doubles can work for me? So double sixes, he wants to leave that checker to make his 5-point. So he'll probably play 16 to 15 so that double fives and so the double sixes will work for him. 6-2, look at this. Yeah. David rebuilt his board. Really terrific. But David's in bad shape. You know, it's like a 50-50 game at this point. Ignoring gammons, but either player is a favorite here. This is getting down to it. 5. He's got to take the 5 off. He leaves the double shot now. Michi's going to hit. If he rolls a 3 or a 5, he's going to hit. He doesn't. It's not the end of the world. He's going to get more shots. There's no question. 4-1. Yeah. He can play that safely. It's getting dangerous. It's getting very dangerous. 5-4. Wow. And he's slotting. Good players will slot when they want to make a point. And 6-2. He's got he's got 2 double shot, 2s and 4s, and he rolls double 5s. Whew. Well, he's going to take one of those checkers out, not both. So that he has, repeating shots. Like he could roll double 4s. No way! He rolls double 5s. But this game still isn't over. Michi's going to move a checker out from the 1 point, unless he rolls double 1s, hoping that Michi's going to do that, hoping David rolls a 1, any kind of 1. 5-4, nope. But now, getting the coup. What happened? Oh, he had a re-roll? I don't know what happened there. Oh, he had 7 checkers there. Okay. Now look at Michi's board. He's ready. There's a thing called the coup classique, where if red had only 3 checkers and he rolls a 1, not double 1s. See, we're getting the coup classique. We're getting there. And he's not going to close his board. He's going to, He's going to keep the board going. Michi rolled a 1. He does! So we have a coup classique. So now Michi can pick up both checkers. And he rolls the 1, which is exactly what he wanted to roll. Brings the checker. This is amazing. What a great game of backgammon. And he stays out. And if Michi rolls a 1, he's picked up the second checker and he's going to win. And he rolls the 1. He does it. Coup classique. Classic. He'll probably bring the 5 from the outfield because he's going to want to have that 6 to go and hit. Right? And can David come in with a 1? No. It looks like Michi rolls a 4 or 6 and he's a favorite. Now, I don't understand the cube situation here. Did he not double yet? He must have doubled. I am so confused because this is a match to 13. The score is 12-1. And I don't know why Michi didn't double at the first opportunity because we're post Crawford. So I'm missing something. because, no, what? He waited all this time to double. I must ask Michy what his thinking is here. It's so interesting. Now, David is not going to get gammoned. He is a 40% chance to, yeah, this has got to be a book, and I don't know the answer, but I think it might be a take. We should know this. we ought to know this. Of course, he doesn't have to actually fill, but Michy's going to close him out. I mean, he doesn't have to roll a 4 or 6. There's no law that says he will, but if we put this into, and he passes. Yeah, very interesting. Because it's much easier to give up 1 point, because now it's 12-2, which is even, right? So it doesn't help Michy that much to win 1 point. He wants to be odd, right? Because 13 is an odd number, and so you want to be even number away from that. And now he's 11 points away. I don't know why Michy didn't double earlier. You want to be doubling at your first opportunity every time. So I'm clearly missing something either in the score or something else. Now look at Michi's 4-1. He slots the 4 point, and that is the right play when you're far behind. You want to try to gammon and make something happen. 5-4, he can make the 1 point, or he can just safety up, bring a checker. He's playing pure. 3-2. David's going to bring 2 men down, try to make the points. These guys are, even at the beginning of the game, the opportunities change about what you're looking for in your goals. 5-6, he stays out. Again, Michy is not doubled. And I'm so confused as to why he's not turning the cube earlier. And David takes it. This is gammony, but he takes it because if he's ahead 12-4, it's almost the same as being down 12-3. So being even makes it easy for the leader when his opponent's even, makes it easier for the leader to take. And he's going to put 2 men on the board, go for the gammon. He comes in, a lot of numbers, hit a checker and cover that 1 point. And that's what he's going to try to do. That's not one of the numbers. So how do you play this? He's got 7s and 8s and 2s. Yeah. Now he could play, just bring the 6 down and maybe cover the 1 point. He could do lover's leap, but leaves a lot of numbers. This is a tough play. Or he could bring the 6 into the 5 point. Probably not the best choice because you want to build an outfield presence there. Yeah, this is really... what does Michy do? He might be thinking about hitting on the 3 point. But, because he does have 11 checkers in the zone. But he's going to safety up. All right, because he is ahead. So might as well just win the game. That's more important than winning a gammon. 6-5. And he can't move the back checker. So now he's making his board. All right, 6-4. This game is actually turned around. David's in much better shape. And this 5-2 doesn't help. He's got a hit now. He'll come up with a 2. So he has an escape route if David misses. So David's looking for a 2 or a 3 or a 4-6 or something. But a 5-6, no! Michy's in charge here. What? So he's got a 6 to come out, a 6 to cover. He could come out with a 6 and play the 4 to cover his 2 point. And that way, yeah, 4s are duplicated. 3-4 hits 2 checkers. What a beautiful roll. Michy. Oh, look at that. All right. So he's coming in with 1-2. Now it's not looking good. Now David's a definite favorite to win. He doesn't have a good 3. He could play 6-3 and keep the 4 point prime. That 4 point prime is really valuable. And 6-3 is is one of the moves. He could leave a 1, but he doesn't want a second checker back. So he could also bring 2 men down. But look, the fact is, Michy's going to get hit with a 5. David, I'm sorry, is going to get hit with a 5 no matter what next time. So when David plays this 3-2, You know, he's building an asset with that. And that's the other play. That looks pretty solid. Hard to argue with that. You know, he wants to escape that back checker, and if he could do that, he's in good shape. But the other consideration is, you know, what's the race? And Michy's actually ahead in the race still. So it may be worthwhile to take the risk, 5s, 1s, and 2s, even with that terrible board that he's got. And he's a 4-3 and he can't hit. Unbelievable. Michy having, you know, pretty decent advantage here. Well, I don't know if he's an advantage in the race, but what does he have? A 6-4. Oof. That's really, yeah. Is he building his board? But Michy does want to hit if he rolls a 5 because he's got such a better board. So let's see what happens. I don't know what he'll do with a 5-1, probably lift. 5-3. And there he goes. He does do the hit. And, you know, David has a blot in his home board, so it's not as risky. 3-1. Nice. Double hit again for look at that. Michy's thinking, what do I have to do to avoid 2 men in the bar? But eventually David is not going to come into Michy's home board. And then Michy's going to attack again with a 5. But this is not that time. He comes in with a 3. And he's buttoned up. Now he's got a 4. Bearing down on, oh, this is really, what an exciting game. Joker after joker. And there's Michy with a 3. Now that's interesting. He may want to come up with a 2 because he needs a way out. His men are stuck back behind that 4 prime, but he's willing to give it a shot. He's saying, okay, 5 or 6, I'll run with those back guys, not a problem. 6-3 makes the midpoint. And again, Michy needs the 5. Can he roll a 5? And he has a 6-4, not his best. Definitely moving with that checker. 6, and so he's got 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. He could consider slotting the 3-point, the 4-point. Didn't do it, probably smart. Double 5s. Oof. Oof. Look at that. Yeah. He's forced, he's blocked. 5-2. Now he's going to hit. Yeah, so Michy's in very good shape now because he's got an advanced anchor, a better board. But David is not to be denied as we come in. All right. What is Michy? Is this Michy's roll? He's just, this is hard. What do you do with this? He's looking at the banana split. You know, if David doesn't roll, it's not a great play by Michy. Just love the creativity. How many players would consider it? No, let's do it. And David finally stays out when he really needed to come in. And now the double 5s work very well. So he gets the cover 1 up. Safety out. He's looking at that. Well, you know, that's perfectly played because he's 6 away. Needs the 4, doesn't roll it. Michy has a 6, he's in good shape. 3-1. He doesn't want to lift because he wants to win the gammon. And now he's willing to risk everything for the gammon. Even if David rolls a 4-5 or a 4-6 and he doesn't roll the 4, it doesn't come in. Michy's basically got this covered. Double 3s covers it. But now he's got to get that checker out. You know, Michy needs a 2 or a 6. And he rolls the 6. He's able to get out. No more suspense there. No more double 5s. So this is a big gammon opportunity for Michy to come back. And that's backgammon. You're down 12-0, and all of a sudden you could be in a couple of games to be the favorite to win. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, 2-1, very nice. Yeah, so if you want to calculate what are the odds of a gammon here, it's hard. Oh, that was a great roll for Michy. He wants to keep his board intact as long as possible. In 5-2, he's going to peel checkers. He just wants to peel off checkers as much as possible to win the gammon, you know, without sacrificing too much in the winning percentages. No 5 here. Michy is now a favorite to win the gammon. And a 2-1 gets a checker off for free. Oh, 5-4. Okay, let's see. Is he going to bring? He's going to bring a checker in because Michy could roll a 5-1 or 6-1 and get David back in the game. Double 2s. Now, does he take 3 off? And he's going to take 3 off because the gammon wins are so high. But does he need to do it, right? So David has 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. David needs 5 rolls to avoid the gammon without doubles. And Michy is off in 5 rolls. So this has got to be the right play because you're improving your gammon chances dramatically with this play. And you're giving up some chances to lose, but it's very rare because he needs a 5-1, 6-1, and then, you know, Michy's got to roll a 1. So we'll see what happens. Can he roll it? I mean, the way this match has been going, he's going to roll a 5-1. 6-5, he does not. Looks like Michy is going to, oh, did not roll the doubles. Woo! 3 rolls, 3 rolls. He's a huge favorite now to win the gammon. He's a 70% gammon favorite. 76, 77% chance. Let's see what happens. 4-2, he brings 2. Oh no, I take it back. He's not. He's got to roll the doubles. No, my odds were wrong. He had a much lower gammon chance than that. I miscounted by 1 checker. All right, so, but Michy does win 2 points. It's now 12-4. And if Michy doubles, again, David's going to want to take because unless Michy wins the first roll. Usually in this situation, if you're odd, it's a free drop. But if you're even, generally you want to take it. All right, they're taking a break. Whew, I can imagine. The brain cells are hurting after that. Michy's checking his phone. Make sure the rest of his life is in good order. So Michy loves coming to Jamaica. He was here in June to play, and he's back here in September for the International Championship. David Wells has a tremendous reputation. You ask anybody about David, and it's like, yeah, he's a really strong player. And it's not necessarily based on PR. Like, a lot of us think, you know, PR, that's the god, right? You know, you want to make the lowest PR possible when you're playing. But here, there are a lot of players who think that PR is overrated. And the number 1 player of that belief, who's unfortunately no longer with us, was Falafel. Falafel was the greatest field player I think we've ever had in backgammon. He just had a feel for the game, and he disdained all this heavy-duty, deep analysis and mathematics. You know, if you're going to look at polar opposites, you could look at John O'Hagan, who's a math whiz and genius, and he knows all the detailed math. If you're down to a running game, he can calculate the effective pip count down to 1/10 of a pip, and he won't be off. He'll be right there. Of course, John O'Hagan is also known not only for winning a lot of tournaments and being one of the world's greatest players, but he's known for O'Hagan's Law. And those of you who are not that familiar with backgammon or just watching, having some fun watching some of the best players in the world play, O'Hagan's Law, there's a bunch of different laws dealing with doubling. And what O'Hagan's Law is, which is a fantastic genius law, is he says, look, if you've got, you're wondering whether or not you should double. It's the middle of the game. You know, you've got some great chances. He says, all right, let me count up the rolls that if I make those rolls, then my opponent's definitely going to drop next time. You know, like if he's got a checker on the 5-point, and if you roll any combination of 6, 3, and 1, and you point on the 5-point, no matter what he rolls from the bar, it's not a take. That's called a market loser. Like, he's lost his market for his opponent to take that double. It's a market loser. And so what John says, John O'Hagan, he says, look, count up your market losers, net market losers, because there are some rolls, sometimes double 5s, that are an anti-market loser. Like, you know, not only have you lost your market, you're probably going to lose the game. So you want to take those into account. So net, you look at all the market losers, the rolls that you make that you know your opponent's not going to take a double next time. You subtract from that your anti-market losers, and you end up with a number. How many rolls out of 36 do you have? And if that number is 9 or higher, like 936, one fourth of the rolls, it's generally a double. Always exceptions to these rules, but that's O'Hagan's law, and it's the exact opposite way of thinking of falafel, who play by feel. And we still have great players today who are play by feel. Their PR may not be the best; it's very good, but it won't be the best. But they're winners, total winners. All right, here we go. 12-4. We have a match. And now it's 4-4, 5-5. We're trying to see if somebody can actually get a higher number than the other player. And there's an opening 6-5, easy to play, 4-2, make the 2 point. So this is just standard backgammon opening. A little bit like the beginning of a chess game where the moves are known at the beginning of the game. No one's going to blunder heavily on that, by and large. These numbers do change with the score. Michy's going to take more risks normally. He hasn't doubled. So I don't understand this. I don't understand why he hasn't doubled. I have to ask him about this. So 3-5, yeah, coming down, and now he's finally reaching for the cube, and David takes it. So it's got to be a psychological thing, or I don't know. Anyway, 2-1, but he took it because he's even. Yeah, Michy has a broken 4-point prime. It's very powerful, and he blocks 6s of his advanced checker. Of course, David gets out with a 5-4. And now Michy wants to contain that last checker. And 6-2 makes the bar. Beautiful. He's threatening to make a 5-point prime with a 4 or 5-2. Double 4s. Very nice roll. 2 can play this game, David says. And he's got a 2-1. What's he do? Bring the 2 down and slide him 6-5? He's going to, no, why leave that checker? You're leaving 3-5, 2-6? Very interesting. Not understanding that, but I'm sure Michy had a good reason. Maybe he didn't want to strip the midpoint. I don't know. But a 3-1, beautiful. So he played it perfectly. Got his 5-point prime and advanced it. 3-1 here. Oh, now this is tricky for, yeah. So what you want to look at here, this is called prime versus prime. These are the game plans that both players are playing. Of course, David will happily turn this into an attacking game if he can. But prime versus prime, the player who's actually behind in the race is the favorite. So double 2s. Yeah, David leaves the shot. Why would he leave the shot? Because he can make a 6 prime. But it's dangerous because now Michy could get stuck behind a 6 prime. And then it's a question of who breaks their prime first. And so he deliberately comes in with a 3-point just so he can escape. And a 5-3 lets him make the point, and he's hoping now that Michy comes in with a 1. He wants Michy to come in with a 1. He says, please roll a 1. Michy says, please, no 1, because David's stuck behind that prime. And he's going to probably want to move up with a 5, with a 2, so that when Michy, if he does break, he's got a way out. But he's thinking about it, so there must be other considerations. There's the 2 for David, and the 5. I think you can save a little bit of time if you bring a checker to your 4-point. That is going to save a little bit of time. So that's a timing game now. David wants to save as much time as possible, and so maybe the play 9 to 4 is right. He's rethinking the 2. So interesting. But the 2 gives him more time, right? That's 2 less pips he has to move with his other checkers. So it may not seem like a lot, but at this stage of the game, it could make a huge difference. Well, this is feel. A lot of this is feel. Prime versus prime. What is it that you want to do? Of course, some players might say, well, I'll make my own 6 prime with 9 to 7. But the odds are that Michy's not going to roll a 1. So he is going to make that 2 and come down with a 5. Hoping. Yeah, I think it's worth the risk for him to not make that 6 prime. Of course, if Michy comes in with a 1, all bets are off. So if he had come up with that 2, yeah, well, look, David's made the right play according to this. That's for sure. 4-1. Oh, what do? Now you could try to hit him and hope that he stays out. I mean, hope that he comes in with like a 2-6 or a 1-6 would be even better. And a 2-6, from the bar. And so look at this. Like, whose game? Who's going to win this game? Like, who knows? 6-4. It's tough. You probably play off the. I mean, you want David to move, so he's going to play off the bar point. 7-3, 7-1, or 7-3, 5-1. There's another play. 7-3, 5-1. Because if you get hit, you're going to maintain your board. So I think 7-3, 5-1 might be the right play for Michy. Because, oh, he's looking at that. Oh, yeah, but Michy, if you're going to do that, just leave the 5 shot. Oh, so he's looking for him to break. Yeah, I think he's missing his best opportunity, but what's he looking for? 1-5, 1-4 for him to break, but then he's going to get hit. Whatever he does, Michy knows he's going to get 90% of the time, Michi's going to get a shot if he can maintain his board. So if he gets hit and he stays out a bunch, no problem. Michy doesn't care if he gets gammoned. That's the nice thing here. So the 4 definitely is hitting with the 4. Wow, that's his play. Look at that play. Genius. Amazing. Phil Simborg, welcome.
How is it possible?
Look at this. Look at this game.
How
Phil.
is it possible that Michy forgot he had a free drop and didn't double? Unbelievable. Michy.
I said I have to talk to Michy and understand
Unbelievable that he missed that double.
this.
Unbelievable.
2 games in a row. 3 games in a row.
Unbelievable.
He's waiting. I think there's a secret to backgammon that Michy knows that we don't know, Phil.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Phil Simborg, Backgammon
Hello,
Learning
everybody.
Center.
Hello.
I don't know, Phil.
And my good buddy here, the voice of
We are
Backgammon.
great partnership. I'd love to have Phil as my partner.
We're one of the classic, the voice of Backgammon and the mouth of Backgammon together.
I'll let you decide which is which. And 6-5.
Oh, this is great.
This is really amazing game.
You know, David's my doubles partner, my roommate, my buddy, and I love Michy because he's my roommate too.
Oh, this is really a very exciting game.
Well, this game is over.
Yeah, this game is over now.
This
It
game is
wasn't.
over.
It wasn't 3 moves ago. And I'd love to see XG's analysis of what this is all going to be. But 1-4 still opens up a chance. So 1-3, 1-4.
Well,
That's the numbers you got to
so the
hope
fat
for.
lady sings, it ain't over, I guess, but it sure looks like
Well,
it.
Akiko would win from this position.
Yeah,
No question.
she rolled triple sixes on
she
me
would
earlier
double,
today.
even if she was ahead, because
Yeah.
she's a favorite in this position as yellow. But nobody else is.
She has been hot. She's winning her match right now.
Is
too.
she good?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
playing-
great. She's
Playing Joey.
She's a great player and great personality. Backgammon is lucky to have her.
Did you mention that we dedicated
I did.
Internet Alley
Please,
today?
please let us know about you gave a very nice speech. Let's hear about it.
Well, they built, so Antoinette Williams could come to this tournament. Joey built a special ramp all around the playing facility to get her up here in her wheelchair. And we dedicated it, called it Antoinette Alley. It cost them thousands of dollars to do that just for Antoinette. That's how important she is to the backgammon community. And we dedicated that road tonight. It was really a great tribute to a wonderful lady.
Antoinette has multiple sclerosis, so she's in a wheelchair, and it's hard for her to get around. And it's amazing to me what she does. I don't know why Michi's not playing 4-1 to preserve low numbers, but that's what he's doing. If he rolls a 4-1 or a 4-2, we regret it, but a 6-1 is great.
If Michy did it, there's a reason.
That's what I've been saying, because you can't second guess that guy. He's such a great player.
Well, David has been playing as well as Michy lately. People don't realize his PRs lately have been right around 3. He's been playing consistently great.
Wow, fantastic.
In many matches under 3. He's back.
He's back. David's back.
He's back.
Oh,
He stopped playing poker so much and he's back to studying his backgammon.
good. We're happy to have him. And look, Michi's keeping his board. We got some doubles here. Yeah, well, he can keep it one more roll.
What's the roll?
5-2. I think you ought to just keep the prime. One more roll. Keep it. Make him break.
Yeah, he hates dumping checkers down to the 2.
Oh, we all hate it, but if you got a 6 prime,
I'm
don't
doing.
know.
This is my play.
all right, it's Phil's
That's my play.
There you go.
The distribution is just so bad after that.
Yeah, and he's going to break anyway.
That's the other reason.
Double twos.
That's the other reason.
All right. Add double twos again. Oh, this is interesting. 3 and 5 to 3. I guess that's all right. 5-4.
You don't want to leave a double shot, no
Nope.
matter what.
That's for sure. He maintains his board. This is so exciting at the end. I mean, there's still a little bit of chance here. How do you play this? I guess you play 6 to 3. You want to take a checker off? Maybe you can
what's
play
the roll?
2-1. You take 2 off, and 5 to 4 is probably pretty good.
I would
that
have
also
played
works.
5 to 4 also,
I think 5 to 4 is the right
especially with
play.
that blot on the other board.
I think 5 to 4 is the right play.
Well, if
but,
David made this play, it's probably right.
there you go. XG will do well in these situations. Oh, look
You
at
cleared
that.
the point to
6-3. Very important point to clear. And Michy has to go. This could be it, folks. This looks like it's it. This looks like it's it. There's very little hope for David. I'm sorry, for David. But Michi's got a long way to go. There's no question. He's been coming back. 12-0. Now, is the cube? Did he turn? I guess he turned
It's
the
a
cube.
13-point match.
Did he not turn the cube yet?
I,
That must be the cube over
I don't
there,
see the
right?
cube, yeah. It doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter whether we turn the cube or
Yeah,
not.
it's
immaterial.
it's
Game
true.
match is over.
Well, no. I mean, yeah, match is over. It doesn't
Match is
matter.
over.
Yeah. Wow. What a great. And finally, Michy concedes. Phil, thanks for joining me.
Did you see when he shook hands that he's wearing a bracelet? Everybody gets a bracelet every time they win a match here.
Well, I don't have my
Jamaica
bracelet.
Well, you haven't won a match yet. Oh, you doubles. You're doing great in the
I'm in the
doubles.
finals of the
You're in the
double.
finals of the doubles.
I need
That's
like
great.
three
And
bracelets.
I'm jealous. Hey, keep it up. Thanks for this. This streaming really brings a lot of people to understanding how great Jamaica is. What a great
Oh, thank you, Phil. You
Good
helped
job.
make it great. Really
Good job.
appreciate it.
Good job.
Really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to sign off. Larry Shiller, voice of Backgammon, congratulating David Wells in the Masters in the first round. And Michy and David are having a good little talk there. All right, I'm gonna leave the scene, but I'm gonna leave the Google up for Andy, so she can properly dispose of my window, and I'll be back to do another Masters match coming up. Thanks for joining me, Larry Shiller, voice of Backgammon at the 2024 Jamaican International Backgammon Championship in Ocho Rios.